Diecast collection with our channel. Here is the 1964 Impala by Hot Wheels. This is a premium model because it is a Redline Club model release. It has many paint designs decorating the whole car. It has a metal body and metal base. Looking at the car at the glance, it has these shiny blue paint because this is a Spectra Flame paint blue. It looks really nice on the model. In addition to having plenty of paint designs and lots of metal in the body, this one is packed in a premium packaging. That is different from the other Redline models. Let me just show this, see if it can fit in the camera. It's a kind of big. I'm going to move the model aside so we can fit the box. It comes in this Christmas holiday theme box. It has many paints, and this box has a description on the top. You can pause the video to read it. Here's the other side. It has the sticker that has the number printing on it. The side of the box, and here is the other side. But in reality, this is a sleeved type box because the car is placed like in this inner tray. Out of the sleeve, here's the inner tray. The inner tray has a plastic covering that will serve as the blister. On the sides of the inner tray, it has the same paint design as the car. And this is the right side from earlier. It's the one exposed from the sleeve of the box. Nothing on the bottom. It's more of the background color. A bonus item included in the set is this card. This is a mirror card, and it's going to be a nice backdrop if you want to take pictures of the box and the car like this. On the border of the mirror card has the same paint design as in the car, these snowflake variations. There's a peel here sticker, and that's to remove the uh, cover that protects the shininess of the mirror, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to use this anyway. The back of the card, it does look like plastic, cardstock. Putting this aside, here's the blister, the card out. Let me see if I can remove this. This is kind of tricky because the blister is placed here. But let me see if I can remove it. Hang on a second. Let me try to remove it off cam. Okay, I managed to remove the plastic blister. It's a bit tough. I remember trying to remove this for the first time because the plastic blister kind of expanded and tucked in between the styrofoam felt in the packaging to cushion the car. When I first opened this packaging, the car was placed like this, and it's easy to pull it out, easy to put it back in for storage. Now let me put the uh, tray out along with the plastic blister to go back to the review of the 1964 Impala. the Christmas Holiday Edition. Like other Redline Club models, this is a premium model filled with Spectraflame paint on the body with paint decorations spread along the car. Let's start taking a look at the front of the 64 Impala. It has painted front lights, grille, and even the signal lights at the bottom are painted. There is a license plate. It says Frio. I'm not really sure what Frio means. Maybe it's an acronym for the designers of the car. At the top of the grille is the Chevrolet logo. The driver's side features the snowflake pattern, just like in the mirror card from earlier. It has the text logo, the snowman at the back. The wheels have these white paint on the wall, though this is not visible, but you can see a portion of it, same as the back wheel. The back of the car has painted lights as well. It has a reverse light in the center. I'm not sure which of the red lights will be the brake lights and the signal light because they look like they're painted the same as color red. At the center, just like in the front, it has the Chevrolet logo and the Rio license plate at the bottom, though this is larger compared to the front. At the passenger side on the right, it has the same paint design, the different snowflake pattern on the paint striping, the Mr. Snowman text logo at the back, the snowflake pattern is the same as in the uh, roof, the white background roof, paint striping. The door handle has paints. It's silver, shiny silver. Maybe it's a Spectra Flame silver to differentiate it from the blue Spectra Flame paint on the body. There's a slight difference in this side because this is the passenger side. It does not have the gas door at the top of the back wheel. The top of the car is also filled with paint designs. Starting in the front, here is the uh, front hood, the roof, and the trunk door. You might be wondering, hey, there are some painted details at the back, at the speakers. You are correct. These are also painted in this silver color. Not only that, if you peek at the interior, I think you can see a little bit of the interior. There's also painted details in the center in the transmission stick. The console in the center is painted. See the different shade of color in the center? Very nice detail for this premium model. The interior features a wide seat at the back with cushion details, some cushioning on the doors as well. The base has these details for the chassis, and you can see that there are some gaps in the front and back on the wheels in the chassis because these are the working features the axles can go down for this car, just like as advertised on the website when it was on sale before. This can rise up and down. That will add display features of the 64 Impala. To raise the axles, you can gently pull the wheels downwards like this. And for the back wheel, it's the same, but it's a bit tricky because you have to pull it gently so as not to introduce too much scratches. Both the front and back wheels are now down. I can pull this some more, the front wheel, so it can be the same height as the back wheel, but I choose not to so as to minimize the paint scratches in the shiny base. Here are the details under the axles. Once it's pulled down, it serves as the storage for these axles when it will be back on its position. Putting the car in the floor. Now it's elevated. As a comparison, I don't know if I can show it. Maybe, let me try. Okay, here is another 1/64 scale car. It's also a premium matchbox model. Comparing side by side, once the axles have been raised, the Chevy Impala is higher compared to the Mercedes. It's a bit hard to see from this view. After a few seconds, you'll be able to see a couple of photos featuring the Impala raised side by side with this car to see the height differences. With the axles that can go up and down, it adds uh, additional display options. You can do this because the axles are tight. You can have the front axle lower than the back axle for a different display option. Or you can just lift both in a certain level to display it like this. Let's just say this is a medium height. Let me pull the axles down again for you to see how it looks like in different views with the axles down to make the car rise up. The wheels are small and skinny. I'm wondering why they're like that. Maybe it's how the car has been customized to make it as low as possible to make it look cooler. That's what I was thinking. Or maybe to reduce costs in making this car. Being a premium model, this car is more expensive than a regular mainline 1/64 scale car, but there are still imperfections in this model in my copy. The first thing that I noticed is this. There's a paint scuff in the silver border in the front windshield. There's another paint scuff in the roof, though not that visible. Uh, Let me see. I think there's another scratch. It's hard to pinpoint with the shiny Spectra Flame paint. There's an excess paint in the border on the right side, some more paint scratches in the car at the trunk door at the back. It is disappointing, given this is an expensive model, but it happens because of the quality control not being able to see these errors being mass produced. With a minor paint scratches in the model, this is still a nice display piece for the Christmas holiday season. We are back in the front view of the 1964 Impala, and you might be wondering, in the height comparison picture from earlier, why is the car somehow bent or leaning on the other side? If you thought about the axle being bent, you are right, because the axle in my copy is bent, so it's not sitting flat on the surface. So it does look like that if placed in the uh, flat surface for display. Again, disappointment. This is a nice model, very nice to look at with the cool Spectra Flame paint on the body, but the way they assembled it is disappointing, because look at that, even the back axle is bent. I don't know if I can turn it, and I don't want to risk it because this is an expensive model. Once I ruin this, I don't know how to fix it, because I'm not used to making customs and repair for 1/64 scale model cars, or model cars in general. It would have been great if the quality control team took a very close look to fix the imperfections of this model and the future releases of Redline Club cars. This ends my video art of the 1964 Impala Christmas Holiday Redline Club Edition by Hot Wheels. Thanks for watching, enjoy your collection, and see you with the next model.